as a dad and as a husband, it's important the way that I show up every single day for my family. And the only reason that I'm able to show up presently, that I'm able to show up patiently, that I'm able to show up on the really difficult days is because of my routine, is because of the things that I do on a daily basis to become a better version of me. When I go to the gym, when I wake up at the time that I want to wake up, when I eat the food that I know that's going to fuel my body properly, when I sit down in the morning and I open my Bible and I pray and I do a Bible devotion and I write my gratitude and affirmations out, like these things that I do every single day bring me closer to my children, they bring me closer to my wife, and they bring me closer to God. But it hasn't always been like this. It has not always been like this. There's been some very difficult times in my marriage. I've been divorced before, but I wasn't as tight with my routine as what I am now. When you start a movement for yourself, when you start living your purpose daily, your family sees this. And they don't really ask what you're doing because they just know that you're trying to get healthier, trying to be more spiritual, and you're trying to be more positive. They're not going to ask you. And it's not that they really don't care, but you're just doing your thing. But as they continue to watch you, what's going to happen is they're going to want to work out more. They're going to want to go for the walks. They're going to want to go to the gym with you. They're going to want to start listening to worship music. Maybe start going to church with you. Maybe they want to be involved in prayer with you. It's a very amazing domino effect that happens in your home when you actually take the time and become the version of yourself that you need to be. There's nothing more than I want to have a great relationship with my wife. But it's more than just paying the bills. It's more than that. Just by me having a routine for myself, that's allowed me to build a foundation of habits, habitual habits that I do for my wife. I kiss her every morning. I make her coffee just about every single morning. Lately, I've been asking her, how can I be a better husband for you today? I think about her when I go places. When she left to New Jersey, I made sure that when she got back, I made sure that we had flowers in the car for her. We had her favorite fast food, which is Jersey Mike's. I got her, I don't know, I can't remember what I got her, but she likes it the Mike's way. So I got everything on the side so the sandwich wasn't all soggy when we got home. I made sure to go get Handel's ice cream. I had that waiting in the freezer. I had the house all clean up. Just like these small things that I'm consistent with in my marriage, just because I was consistent with myself. I believe that a man and a woman, it's their job to develop themselves mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and then they meet in the middle. It is not the job for a man to become his best self and him to run to his wife. No, it's both of your jobs to develop yourselves and become the best version of yourself and meet in the middle and have your foundation in home be God. There's so many beautiful things that have happened in my relationship. Just because I went to the gym, woken up early, and had a morning routine. Just because I started the morning and the day out with an anchor and ended my day with an anchor, it's done so many beautiful things. It's allowed my wife and I not to give up on each other. Because we understand what quitting does. We understand what habits do as well. Quitting is not going to make anything better. The grass isn't greener on the other side. It's just like, if you quit working out, what's going to happen? Well, you're going to get a little bit more softer. If you quit eating healthy, what's going to happen? Well, you're going to gain a little bit more belly fat, and you're going to eat probably a little bit more food than what your body's burning. You're going to start to gain some body fat. But at the end of the day, in order for you to get in shape, you have to go back to the gym. You have to go back to moving your body more, aka walking or maybe doing some cardio. And you have to go back to waking up early to, have a better mindset. This is the same thing in your relationship. Well, if you want to improve your relationship, you got to get back to what you did when you first met, communicating, going on date nights, doing the small little things, writing notes, getting each other things, actually pouring into each other's cups every single day. That's what makes a successful relationship. This is also what makes a successful bond between a parent and their child. It's not just, I don't believe that a good parent is just a parent that cooks, that brings them to school, that does what you have to do as a parent. I believe a good parent, just like a good spouse, is a parent that adds more value. They text their kids. They tell them how much they love them. They ask them, how can I be a better parent for you when they grow up? They make sure that they know their children's love languages and they're pouring into their buckets every single day. So they can understand what it's like to feel loved. So they can have an expectation when they get into a relationship of, this is what I expect from a relationship. Like when my daughter grows up to be old enough to sit at a restaurant and not want to roam around everywhere, I'm going to take her on an official daddy-daughter date night. And I'm going to date her just like I date my wife. And I'm going to do it all the time, a couple times a month, so that she can have this expectation of when she gets a boyfriend, this is what she's going to expect from a date. This is what she should expect from a date. This is how a man should treat you. These habits that started with me have carried over into my marriage and into my parenting, into my friendships. They've brought me closer to God because I've become more aware of what's right and what's not right for me. You guys know what's right and what's not right. There's things that you do on a daily basis that you know is probably not right. You get the notification to your conscious. You know when you skip the gym. You know when you eat like shit. You know when you miss walks. You know when you don't complete tasks. You know that that it doesn't feel good and you don't feel accomplished at the end of the day. It's freaking 8:52 at night. This is one of the last few things that I have to do for the day, but this was a task that I had to get done. And do I want to do it at 8:52 at night? No, I don't. But since my foundation has not only been God, but it's been the gym and it's been tracking my macros and eating clean 80% of the day, and it's been having a morning routine, this has allowed me to just be a better man overall. It allows me to get shit done that I need to get done. So if you're wanting to be a better parent or want to be a better spouse, it starts with you. This isn't going to be easy. There's gonna be, you might not even be a morning person. I suggest doing the morning because some of you that are watching this, if you do have kids, you got to do it when they're sleeping. You can't do it at night because at some point they're going to have sports and they want, you should, tonight was a little different. We went to the gym a little later, But my wife needed a break. She needed a break from our daughter. Our daughter has just been, she's a toddler, she's 2, and she's hanging on my wife all day. My wife needs a little mental break. So we went a little later, but we still all had dinner together. At the end of the night, it's very important for us family to spend together. This all starts with you. If your marriage or relationship is shit, it's probably because your habits are shit. If your kids are acting out, it's honestly probably because you don't have any kind of structure for them at all, because you don't have any structure for yourself. So you need to take a look at yourself in the mirror, and you need to ask yourself, like, what do I need to improve in myself first before any of these areas in life can be improved? Nothing else will, literally, just watch when you start to improve your life, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Watch what happens in your relationship. In your relationship, your spouse, wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, they're gonna see a shift in you. You're gonna have a different energy about you. You're gonna feel better. You're gonna feel more accomplished. You're gonna just start doing random chores, because when you do things and you get shit done, it feels good for you. So that's just how your brain's gonna work all the time. And it's gonna feel good. And they're gonna notice it, which is gonna make them happier, so that they don't have to nag at you to get shit done or nag on you to ask you to do anything, because you're just doing it without anyone asking you. That's gonna mean a lot to them. It's gonna take something off of their plate. That's another thing I try to do, is I try to take something off my wife's plate here and there. Being a stay-at-home mom is a lot of work, and it's a job that is not for the weak. You're gonna make more money. You're gonna watch what happens in your work. Or if you're trying to grow a business, things are going to improve in those areas just because you're improving. I don't just say in my stories, get your ass to the gym and be a better role model. I don't just say this just because I'm saying this, because it'll change your complete life. It'll change your mind just by making this a part of your lifestyle, a part of your routine. And then your children are going to watch it, and then they're going to embrace it. And then you're going to imprint on them, essentially, and they're going to make that a part of their life. And then that's what they're going to teach their kids about health, about love, about habits, about consistency, about discipline. If you want your kids to be disciplined, this all starts with you. If you want a better relationship, this is going to start with you just focusing on you and your habits. And this is what I help all my clients do. Now, some of my clients are not parents. The majority of them are. But all my clients, we set up a structure for everything for them. We set up a structure for their workouts, the days that they're going to work out, their walks, their food, for their morning routine, for when they wake up. And they get to move towards that better version of themselves every single day. And not only do they lose weight, not only do they transform their physique, not only are their swimsuits getting bigger and they need to get smaller ones, that's a blessing. Not only do they feel more confident, not only are they happier, but they're inching day by day closer to the version that they've always dreamed of. You know that version of yourself that you always dream about? That you wish you could be, that you know that you can, but you're not doing it right now? This is what my clients are doing. And you guys, you're missing out on it. You are. Because I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. You're sitting on the sidelines watching everybody else. You're sitting watching people's stories. You're going through the results. And you're wishing it could be you. But it can. It can be you today. You can go click the link in my below, and you can book a call, and you can see if maybe you're ready now. Maybe you're just like, I'm doing it. Okay, then book a call. Let's chat. Because not everyone's a good fit. But the ones that are, man, they move. They move differently. They become something so much greater than they could even think about. And that could be you. I hope you take the leap. Because when you do, you'll finally become you.